Why do we tan? What happened inside the skin after the sun exposure that leads the darkening of the skin color? You all must have noticed that after the sun exposure, the body parts like your face, hand, arm, feet, and the back of the neck get a shade darker than the body parts which are not exposed. So that is the tanning. So why does it happen? So in today's video, I will be explaining everything about the tanning. I mean the science behind the tanning. So hey everyone, I'm Dr. Ankita Dhamecha. Welcome to another one of my video, and I hope you all are doing well. Basically, tanning is a process where a brown and a darkened shade of the skin develops after the sun exposure, and that is due to the effect of the ultraviolet radiation. So as I said before, the moderate amount of the UV exposure is important for the protection of the vitamin D, but the prolonged exposure to the UV rays is harmful, has an adverse effect on the health, especially on the skin. So here in the process of the tanning, pigment called the melanin is increased. The productions of the melanin is increased, which is responsible for the darkening of our color of the skin. Now, what is melanin? So, in a simple language, melanin is a natural pigment which gives the color to our skin, hair, and eyes. So, the level of the melanin is decided by the genes mostly, and that determines the color of our skin, hair, and eyes. So the darker skin people have more melanin in their skin than the light skin people have in their skin. Now the production of the melanin, to understand how does it happen, I am taking you to the basics of the skin structure. Now you can see it's a structure of the skin, and it has three layers. First, the outermost layer is epidermis, then the dermis and hypodermis. Epidermis has two types of the cell, keratinocytes and melanocytes. The melanin produced by the melanocytes and the process by which the melanin produced is called the melanogenesis. This melanocytes is located at the base of the epidermis. And what is the function? So the function of the melanin is to absorb the UV rays to protect our skin from the harmful further UV damage. Now we all have equal concentration of melanocytes, but some people make more melanin than the other. So the cells makes little bit of the melanin, then the color of the skin, hair and eyes will be light, but if it makes more, then the color of the hair, skin and eyes will be dark. So the amount of the melanin your body will produce is depend on mostly genes. But as soon as you expose your skin to the sun, your skin will know that it is exposed to the UV radiation, and it will turn itself to the protective mode, and it will distribute the melanocytes from the base of the epidermis to the surface to absorb the more UV rays. And it happens in the two process. In the first phase, UVA rays, which is having the longer wavelength, will penetrate to the deeper layer of the skin. It will cause the oxidative stress, and it will immediately affect the melanocytes and make them release the pre-stored melanin they have. But it does not increase the productions of the melanin. Here, melanogenesis does not happen. So it gives the immediate darkening of the color. It occurs within the minutes of the UV exposure. Now in the second phase, delayed tanning occurs, and that is mostly due to the UVB radiation. Here the tanning appears, become visible after the 2 to 3 days of the exposure, and it can last a few weeks and the months. It may take several weeks and the months for your skin to return to its original color. Here delayed tanning occurs due to the increased activity and the number of the melanocytes. Now this increased number of the melanocytes will increase the productions of the melanin, and it will releases the melanin to the surface of the skin to absorb the UV rays to protect us from the further UV damage. But that this melanin to the surface will give us a darker skin color, give us a skin tan. Through the natural exfoliating process, the tan fades gradually as the new cells comes to the surface, and the cells containing the melanin will slough off, but the damage that occurs to the DNA will not be reversible. So basically the tanning is skin's own way to protect itself from the further UV damage. But when the melanocyte does not work enough quickly to create a tan, it can burn your skin. It makes your skin red, painful, and sometimes blister also, especially in the light skin people. So basically skin produces the dark color pigment melanin as a shield to absorb the UV rays and protect us from the further damage, but it does not give the enough protections to the DNA damage, and this DNA damage is accumulates over the time, and with the repeated sun exposure, and can reduce the elasticity of our skin. will lead to the premature aging, hyperpigmentations, uneven skin tone, and even skin cancer. So there is no such thing like the healthy tan. Any skin color changes from our natural skin tone is a sign of sun damage. So the people, especially those who tan and burns very easily, should protect themselves by covering the sensitive area by wearing the protective clothing and avoiding sun exposure during the peak hours. I mean to 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and by applying sunscreen and sunblock. So now, if you enjoyed the content of this video, please subscribe my channel so that you can receive such videos every week. Thank you for watching.